Yo, 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 yo. Pronounce it like the letter, don't say it at all. It's your boy S, and this is Bars Wrestling Media. Hey, man, coming up next, we going to talk about this Rajah Jackson versus this indie wrestler. It's blowing up all over the IWC. I had to tap in and talk about this real quick. I will elaborate on this more on Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle podcast, but I just wanted to get in here and talk about this real quick. Coming up next, Bars Wrestling Media. Yeah, we back. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more content. So, before we get started, obviously you know what the topic is. Before we get started, if you want to see the actual video, I will have the link in my description on YouTube, and you can check the actual video out yourself. It's a full video. It's all over the place. People got bits and pieces. People got the whole video. But I'm going to just give you my perspective, and we'll talk about it more on Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle podcast with my boy Dub. All right, so listen. Recently, in an event that took place, I don't know the exact location, but it took place at an independent promotion. And Rajah Jackson, if the name sounds familiar to you, especially the Jackson part, he is the son of former UFC light heavyweight champion Quentin Rampage Jackson. One of my favorite UFC fighters, by the way. And I just wanted to put that out there. But what had happened was Rajah had made appearance at an event. And behind the scenes, before the actual incident took place, there was an exchange between Rajah and another independent wrestler, which I forgot the name, but I will have that all in the description. So they had an exchange. Now, mind you, while this exchange took place, beer can, soda can, or whatever, half empty, fully empty, I don't know. He hits Rajah over the head with the can. Now, mind you, he did it with a prop. It was a prop can. That's what was said. It was a prop can. And he hit him over the head, but it didn't do no physical damage. He just hit him over the head or whatever. And then he engages and grabs him like he wants to choke him or push him off, whatever. So if you listening behind the camera that was videotaping all this, you would see that there's another person saying that he's not a wrestler. He's not a worker. He's not a wrestler. He's not a worker. Yo, what is going on? You can hear somebody saying that. Now, I'm not condoning what Rajah did at all. I'm not condoning that. I'm not even condoning what the other wrestler did neither, because it was poorly handled if you ask me. But let me get back to what I'm saying. I'm not condoning what either did, but what I'm saying is that if somebody else behind the camera is telling you that this man is not a worker, not a wrestler, wouldn't it register to you that, oh, okay, he doesn't know the terminology, he doesn't know what is going on? So wouldn't that register to you that, okay, I need to fall back? Now, mind you, Rajah is taking this serious. He's cursing, he's getting flared up, he's taking this serious. He's saying he will F this man up. And I believe him. So he's saying that people are trying to calm him down. Everything dies down. There's another video circulating out there, which I will also have in the description, which is saying that they pieced it up and they went about the business. Now, mind you, they're saying that this was a work. This was a work. You know what I'm saying? They were saying that this was supposed to be a work that went wrong. And people are actually connecting this to the mass transit incident between New Jack and Grimes. I don't know if you guys remember that. New Jack and Grimes incident, mass transit incident that went crazy. Went crazy, the scaffold, all that stuff. People are actually trying to say that this is in relation to that. I don't think it is, you know what I'm saying? But we'll have that discussion on the other show. But getting back to what I'm saying, so if somebody is telling you that, wouldn't it register to you that, yo, I need to fall back, I need to ease up? Because the other guy's taking it serious. He really is. He really is. You could tell in the body language that this is not an act, that he's really upset. You understand? So they piece it up or whatever, and everybody seems to die down. Now, before I get to the other stuff, I want to say this, right? I feel like it was poorly handled by both parties. My reason being is that as soon as you see this man's body language change and get all flared up, you should immediately not wait until somebody says that he's not a worker, he's not a wrestler. You should immediately intervene, jump in the way, and stop all of that from happening. No one did that. Everybody seemed to have sat around and just watched the whole thing unfold like it was a soap opera or some sort of drama. This whole incident itself could have been prevented, but everybody sat there, ha ha, hee hee, like everything was funny, and then look what happened. This could have been prevented. This could have definitely been prevented. Somebody got severely hurt in this situation and almost got unalived. Okay? This ain't no joke. And then I hear a lot of you guys who swear up and down you are wrestlers, who swear y'all know everything. Y'all don't know jack squat. Y'all don't know jack squat about MMA. You damn sure don't know nothing about wrestling. Okay? The terminologies that were used in there, somebody should have explained to that young man that this is what had took place. Now, mind you, right, it was poorly explained to him. They had somebody tell him that, yeah, you should go get your receipt. He don't know what a receipt is. He thinking in his mind, oh, you mean I could go back there and get my lick back. That's what he's saying. That's what he's thinking. He could go back in there and get his lick back, not knowing a receipt is basically, well, I'm going to go over there real quick. I'm not going to hurt him, but I'm going to tap his chin, let him know like, hey, bro, don't ever do that to me again. Boom. It's settled. Go about your business. But he doesn't know that. There's another video out there with Rampage explaining that his son doesn't know that, which is rightfully so. I don't feel like his son should have been put in this type of situation because he's young, he doesn't know. He's not a professional wrestler. Somebody should have guided this man all the way through the whole thing. Somebody should have did that. This could have been prevented. On top of that, too, because I don't think this is right, Raja Jackson had a delayed response. You know what I'm saying? Although in his mind, the response is valid, he had a delayed response. Like, I'm going to put it to you like this. If I had something like that happening to me, I'm not going to wait until later to go and respond to the whole situation. I'm going to go and respond right then and there. Why am I going to wait? I don't want no excuses, so I'm going to respond to him right then and there. Hey, bro, I'm going to check him right then and there. And he kind of sort of did that, but it probably because of pride, it wasn't the type of response that he tended on giving, because where he from, responses are different. And that's another thing you guys got to understand, too. He ain't grow up in them type of grounds, you feel me? Like, he was raised on morals that, yo, man, somebody try to check you and put hands on you, you got to do what you got to do. And I'm not by no means giving him any excuse to do what he did. I'm just saying that you have to think of the person's mental. Now on the other side of things, once the person behind the camera has said what he said, somebody should have stopped the whole thing immediately. But they delayed. So what happened? All that transpired, went into the ring. It was all streamed. So this is documented. It was all on the internet. He said he was going into the ring while streaming this. He said he was going to the ring and get his lick back. He said that, hey, they said I could do it, which means already he's like, oh, they said that I can go and get my hit back. So it wasn't properly explained to him. So he went into the ring. What did he do? He got his hit back. Now, like I said, I'm not condoning anything that Rampage's son did. But you guys have to understand that when you're bringing in an outsider to a wrestling promotion, a wrestling event, things have to be conducted properly. Otherwise, stuff like that can happen. You can't just nonchalantly try to handle stuff and then expect it to be cool. Nah, it don't work like that. Especially not in this business. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm getting into the ring with somebody, I'm going to want everything to be explained to me properly. I'm also going to want to be assured that I'm going to be able to walk out of there with all my limbs attached. You understand? He don't know that. All he knows is that this guy tried to intimidate him outside of the event. So the first thing that comes into his mind, like, I got to get him back. Now, mind you, we ain't done. Because after all this occurred, he walks away. Whoever was holding the camera at that time, they were being chased down. I don't know if it was a bunch of wrestlers, bunch of fans, bunch of whatever. They were being walked down by another group of people after that took place. So he left after this took place. He had somebody call him on the phone. He was talking to that person on the phone, and the person even acknowledged the fact that he took it too far. Now, mind you, this thing went viral quick as I don't know what. Because this is right after it happened. It went viral right away. Right away. It didn't even take 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So he knew that something went wrong. You know what I'm saying? He knew that he was wrong in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? He knew that he was wrong, that he could have probably responded different. One thing I know about martial arts, right? Just because you know how to hurt somebody plenty of different ways doesn't mean that you have to display it. It's a discipline. So what you do is, in a discipline, you got to learn how to have restraint. There's going to be people that's going to press you that you know you can snap their spine. But you're a registered, licensed weapon. Your hands is registered. Your feet is registered. The slightest movement, you could hurt an individual. And also another thing, I don't know if the wrestler knew that he was an MMA fighter. I don't know. That's under discretion, whatever. But if he knew that, then he should have never tried to press him and entice him to try to react, because that's wrong too. You know what I'm saying? That is wrong too. 2 wrongs don't make a right. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that know 2 wrongs shit don't make a right need to get out of their feelings, because both parties are wrong in this situation. He's wrong because he should have never struck that man like that. He's wrong for that. He's wrong because he put this man, I believe he was in a coma for a little bit before he came out of it. He's wrong for that. The promotion and everybody involved wrong because they never really explained to this brother on how this whole thing works. They were just looking for a moment. That's basically how I'm looking at it. They were just looking for a moment. And when you do stuff like that, something is bound to happen. This is a mistake that shouldn't have happened, and it's going to circulate around the internet for a very long time. And all types of folks are going to chime in and speak their piece on this. You understand what I'm saying? So what I want to do for Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast is that we are going to invite a wrestler on the show. And we are going to take a look at this and hear from their perspective, because it's only right that we have a wrestler, an actual wrestler who's trained to be in the ring, to see something like this and speak on their perspective, from their perspective on how this should have took place. You know what I'm saying? Because we could talk about it all day. And, you know what I'm saying? It would just be like, yeah, right, ramble all day. So that's when I'm going to try to negotiate with my bro, and we're going to get this done. But, hey, listen, that's just my opinion. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Both parties are wrong. I wish the wrestler that got injured a speedy recovery, because this could have been prevented. Everybody involved could have prevented this. You know what I'm saying? Delayed responses that happen like this could lead to somebody getting underlived. But when you have a fast acting response when something like this occurs, this could save somebody's life. We always say when people botching in matches, how they react right away when they see something going wrong, something going left. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. It's your boy S. We'll be back with another one. Bars Wrestling Media.